Ah, shit. My bad, guys. Ah, fuck. Oh, man. Fuck. One second, guys, because it's, yeah, my bad, man. I just opened up too many damn, I opened up too many damn, and my computer didn't like that. It's crazy because I got freaking 24 gigs of RAM on this shit, and it still like gets pushed to the limit. It's crazy. Why is it still getting pushed to the limit like that? I got 24 gigs of RAM. I got two CPUs in this motherfucker. It's got 48 cores or something like that. All right, here's the strategy. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay. All right. So this is a long-term strategy, and it plays to Nvidia's tendency to do really, really well once weekly data reveals a high probability call spread strategy by running the prior week's return being more than 2%. Okay. And as it stands right now, as of Monday, Nvidia is on my target for this strategy. Okay, for this strategy. All right, it's on my target for this strategy. So here's what it is. And again, all right, privacy notice. This is mine. I own this strategy. I created it. Don't share it. Don't sell it. Don't put it out there without my. I'm just showing you guys, but you're not allowed to sell it, doing anything. Keep it to yourself because if you give everybody, I only got what 8 people in here. If you give it to everybody, it's going to water down. So you only taking money out of your own pocket. Okay. The only people that have these are the institutions. Okay. Anyway, let's keep it going. Don't take money out your own pocket thinking you're doing this. I don't play this every day, and I got other strategies, so I'm not tripping on it. Okay. All right. Here's the entry trigger. Prior week, 2% or higher. Okay. Logic. Enter a following week where NVIDIA gains 2%. Okay. Or less, including flat or down weeks. Okay. But you want to be close to that 2% as possible. All right. You want to be close to that 2% as possible. Oh, I was doing the research. You want to be as close to that 2% uh, as possible. Right. Frequency. All right. I looked at 249 trades over 8.5 years. I was able to identify about 30 trades annually because remember, these are weekly trades. So we're not going to have like 100, 300. You know what I'm saying? Rationale. We're capturing NVIDIA's momentum characteristics after periods of non strong performance. So again, we're not doing the 4%, 5% weeks. We're doing weeks where, it's done okay. It's done okay. All right. But we haven't had that. It hasn't been very consistent recently. All right. Optimum setup. Long strike, 7% below entry price. Okay. maximum, and the money was 7%. I'd actually come a little bit closer than that now. I'll probably have to do this over again. I'd probably come in a little closer than 7%. And I could tell this is an older one because I don't go that far back now. But for NVIDIA, actually, no. You know what? For NVIDIA, I probably would come back. I would actually go that far out for NVIDIA. Spread width, 3 to 5% for optimum liquidity and returns. Hold period, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Okay, this is a 14-day hold period for this. All right. Historical analysis, 2017 to 2025. All right, 3%. All right, that's what I was saying, 3%. I wouldn't go 7%. Met my target win rate, which is 80%. But 3% is at 73.1, which isn't bad. All right, higher returns, more risk, yes. 5% generated about 79.5. That's a smooth point. I love 3 and 5. 7%, that's where it met my thing. But again, optimal balance. But again, lower. You're going to get lower returns the further you go out. What's going on, Rockefeller, Stockefeller? All right. You're going to get lower returns the further you go out because you're putting up more. You're putting up way more to make less, but your probability of success is super high. So you got to find a middle ground. Okay. Here's your win rates. Okay. 2017, 93%. 2018, rough year. 2019, okay. 2027, again, rough. 2025 was a rough year because we added in, I think I made this toward, I made this at the, toward the middle of the year. I know it wasn't, so it had a 77% win rate. There were 9 opportunities. You won 7 of them. Okay, but as you can see, these are really good win rates. 2022, obviously, bear market, rate hikes, COVID, all of that stuff. Didn't do very good with this strategy. Okay. But other than that, I mean, these are really good win rates for my NVIDIA strategy. All right, overall, 249 trades. Over those years, you won 208 of them. That's an 83.5% win rate. Okay? 83.5%. Okay? 7% provides substantial downside protection. Losing trades, you had 41 over the 8.5 years, losing about 4 as an average per year.
What?
Okay? 4 years on average per year. I don't know where that noise came from. What the fuck was that? Exclusion. We're going to avoid, all right, 5 days within earnings. Okay, 5 days with earnings. We do not play do not play into earnings. Skip during major NVIDIA product launches. Okay, in my research, I found that like when there was a product launch and then you put on the trade, you'd like if the reviews for the product were bad, the market would sell off, and then it would be a losing trade. So I took out any kind of major product launches, and then again, you can use Google to identify if there are going to be any recent product launches. Just don't trade on those days. All right, market crisis, reduce position if VIX is over 30. Obviously, I don't put on any trades if the VIX is over 30. I don't even really know. You got to figure out what the fuck is going on first. Okay. That's just common sense right there when we talk about the VIX. Okay, strike selection, we talked about that already. Exit strategy, hold for 2 weeks. All right, looking for about 60 to 80%. Looking for about 60 to 80%. Right, and then again, you're winning very, very high win rates of almost 85 to 90%, or about 30 trades, 25 to 30 trades a year. All right, bear market conditions, we showed you that. You're still getting about 73 to 83%. Again, that's going to depend on how wide, how far out you go. Okay. High volatility periods. All right, you're still getting 80 to 85, but again, that's not with the VIX above 30. Okay, that means VIX below 30. So in those days when it gets a big spike, I'm not putting these kind of trades on there. Okay, so you get a, I'm not putting on those. All right. Other than that, I don't want to bore you with anything else on the report, but it's just kind of boring. I don't want to bore you with anything else. But that's the strategy in a nutshell. Okay, that's a strategy in a nutshell. So I hope you guys can learn from that. You know, so when somebody says, "Oh, what's your strategy? What's your thing?" Then you present this, and then then people are like, "Oh, okay." You know what I mean? That's this is what you see when you go to those. What was that? The name of that white dude who went viral a couple years ago, maybe a decade ago now? Oh, his let me see here. I used to have his course, the Institute of Trading and Portfolio Management, ITPM. Yeah, those guys. Let me show you their face because you'll recognize them once I put their face on here because you probably don't recognize them as ITPM.
Okay.
Hold on,
Hey guys,
these guys, these guys.
the Institute of Trading and Portfolio Management. Hope
Yeah.
you're all doing
Very
awesome
same
today.
theory that
Right, guys,
they
quick
put
announcement.
together.
We have a webinar coming up this Saturday
All
on
right.
January the 10th at 9 a.m.
All right. So same, again, just coming up with trading ideas based on they do incorporate a lot of fundamentals and stuff too though. But uh, just coming up with a professional thought process around your strategy. Coming up with a professional thought process around your strategy. That's what I want y'all to get to. Okay. That's where I want y'all to get to. Okay. All right. So let me check on. So Nvidia's doing really good right now. All right, it's looking really good right now. It looks like we could very well see some increased prices. Again, I'm not touching any of the strategies on Nvidia until we get out of this resistance area because again, we've rejected so many times. I mean, if anything, this has been a high probability short area based on previous targets. So I want to see it above this level, and absolutely will go in on that strategy. Absolutely. Here's QQQQ. All right. I already know I'm going to win my QQQ trade today because we've already got some support in, and now some buyers are coming in that we filled the gap. We filled the gap here. Here's support with the doji, and now we filled the gap. Let's see. Let's go higher now. Find a base and run. Yeah, I usually Interesting comment. I usually don't even play on FMOC days, but I'm so confident that he's not going to change anything or do anything that I'm willing to bet that if anything, it helps my strategy, meaning that the markets go higher on whatever he has to say. Because, these job reports that have came out these last month has not been very strong. The one for December, I think is going to be revised lower. So that only increases the idea for potentially for interest rates to get cut from where they are right now. Let's look at the SPY. We should see the SPY bumping a little bit too. All right, yeah, it's coming off. I mean, it's off the lows. It's off the lows. Yeah, we're off the lows. And what I tell you about that 694 holding, when we put that line in there, told you they're gonna hold. They're gonna protect that 694. They're gonna protect. They're trying to go for it, but I think it holds for the end of the day. We got a couple more hours left. We got 2.5, 2 hours and 15 minutes left. Won't probably be with you guys for the rest of the day, but I'm starving now. Good point about product launches, the VIX, market sentiment, wild external factors can drench. Absolutely, absolutely, man. And I saw that in the data when I was putting it together. They'd release a graphics card or something like that, and somebody will from some fancy website will run a trashy review, and next thing you know, the market is running with it, and the stock is down 4%. You know what I'm saying? So just avoid VIX product launches, just because market is so sensitive, man. Market is so sensitive. Look what we did for Davos, and the whole Greenland trade. The Greenland trade, we're basically making up for that right now. That's all. That's the only reason why we're climbing like we are, because that whole Greenland bullshit. So the market is sensitive, man. When you're dealing with people and emotions, hey, that's what makes it a market to begin with. So can't complain. It's how we make money. Let's see here. I'm building an app right now around my trading strategy that will give you an alert when a trade is available. But man, like these data providers are so expensive because you got to feed the app data from the data providers, right? And these people want like 4.99 a month, 5.99, 6.99 a month to feed your app data, you know, in order for the app to then pull from that data and then identify a potential trade. But I'm still working on it. We gonna figure it out. We gonna figure it out. Just gotta find some cheaper options. Yeah. Right now it's what 145. I can tell you to you right now. It's on my Twitter. I posted it this morning on Twitter, but I tell it to you right now. One second. I'll tell it to you right now. It is, one second here. For QQQ, uh, I got so many QQQ trades going on right now. So let me go back to the one. All right. For QQQ, I sold 631 calls. The 631 calls against the 627 calls. So you're selling 631 and then you're buying 627. I don't know what's left on there now. I don't think there's much money on there now. Well, it looks like it's only like 60 cents left on it. Well, I don't know what it last. Oh no, it's actually got a little bit on it. It's 345 on it. It's 345 on it. So a little less than when I sold it, those 631s were going for $5. Now they're only going for 346. So there's still a little bit of meat on that potato. The 627 calls. it's still going for a pretty penny. All right, so again, I sold the 631 call against the 627 calls. I sold 631 and then I bought 627. If I were to do that trade now, let's take a look. Yeah, see if we do it now, you'd spend $345 to make $55. I'd still do it because I know it's going to be a winning trade. But when I did the trade, you were going to make about 138, 139. So you're about almost 50% off from this morning. But if you just kind of want to know how these trades work, I'd still do it. Because you're not. I'm telling you right now, you're not closing below 630.45 today on QQQ. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to close below 630 today on QQQ. It's not happening. All right. I'm going to tell you right now. So if you want to make $55 real quick, take that trade. Take that trade. One contract, you'll make $55. But you're not closing below 630 today. All right. You're not losing $3 today in QQQ. That's how confident I am. I'm confident. I'm that confident. You ain't never got to watch me again if we close below 630. That's how confident I am. But I'm pretty confident with that trade. All right. A couple more tickers and then I'll get off here. We've had a very, very, very informational day today. Man, this is what a beautiful trade. Look, this is kind of where we were. We're following this, you know, upward triangle. I forgot the name of this triangle again. I think it's called ascending. Yeah, it's an ascending triangle. That's the word I'm looking for. This ascending triangle. We broke beneath it, and I put out a video. I said, hey, look, it's going to rip next week. I was a couple days off, but we got the rip. And look at that rip from 607 to 633. I mean, what a beautiful rip, man. And you better believe I traded every single one of those days. I knew it. I knew it. I saw this coming. I've seen this happen so many times. Just every time we get that, we about to do it again. We about to do it again. And we about to get much more expensive. I'm telling you, QQQ is going to 700 this year. QQQ is going to 700 this year. Yeah, interesting comment. I'm telling you right now. You're not going there. We're looking at QQQ right now. In the midst of us talking, it's bounced. In the midst of us talking, now look at that. It's trying to run here. Probably should have got it when I brought it up, but I think now you'll probably earn a little bit less, just because of. But I would have taken the trade, make it easy, $55. And for a lot of people, just $100 to $200 a day would be a huge difference. $100 to $200. Now, me personally, I'm going to take, I'll take 10 of those contracts. I'll take 10 of those contracts because that's kind of where I am now with my trading journey since 2013. But for somebody who's starting out, you got $500, you got $1,000, man. For what I know now, that's why you see these guys who turn $1,000 into a $10,000 account. Bro, you have 10 years of experience. You're supposed to do that. You're gonna. That's why. Don't ever be impressed when you see these guys turn 1,000 into a 15,000 account. You've been trading for 10 years. You already know how to do that. You know what I mean? You know how to do that. You already know what to pick, what setups. you know. But you gotta pay the price to get there, though. Oh, you got two contracts? Okay, that's what's up, man. Yeah, just ride it into the close, and then about go ahead and around 350, 350. I'll just go ahead and close it for whatever you got in terms of profits. You don't want to close them with it open. Depending on your broker, you can they'll go ahead and close the profit for you, close the trade for you after hours. But sometimes I just like to close it myself. Stockerfella, if you're still in here, what are you trading right now, man? Stockerfella is another good dude who had really great calls when I was really going consistently on here. Um, let's see here, spy. My spy trade, they're trying to test my spy trade, which is really, again, that's why I'm so big on the tech side of the spectrum because when you're talking about the industrials, man, we still don't. There's so many inefficiencies on that side of the economy. That's why it doesn't have that kind of same loyalty and money that you see coming into the Nasdaq. Because stocks that trade on the S&P 500, they still require these companies that have like 50,000 workers and 30,000 workers and all that type of shit. You know, that make their profit margins so much smaller than tech companies. That's why on tech companies, it doesn't really matter to use PE ratios and all that type of stuff because these companies are making like 300,000 per employee. You know what I mean? Because they got 1,000 people, managing this $1,000 billion company. Uh, but my spy trade still looks good. My spy trade, I took let me see here. My spy trade, which was really interesting because I actually let me go back on this one. Hold on. Yeah, my spy trade goes back to Monday. I already kind of know this is going to be a winner anyway, but I was selling for January 29th. I was selling the 691 calls against the 690 calls because on Monday we were like right here. Oh, that was Friday. Monday, yeah, Monday we were at 693. We were at 693 on Monday, and then I saw something in the market that told me, I don't think we're headed down much lower for this week. I think we've got enough bulls in here, so that's what I did. And if you were to go and do that trade today, okay, if you were to do that trade today, and notice on that I didn't take the width I usually take because I wasn't 100% on it, but and again, that's another way too to make the trade a little cheaper. You can bring the width in a little bit so it's not as expensive. But if you were to do that trade today where you sell 691 against 690, you'd make, all right, so you're risking 87 bucks to make 13. When I did the trade, it was 79 to make 30. So yeah, you've lost quite a bit, but yeah, I wouldn't take it now, because even with 10 contracts, you're risking 870 to make 130. I'm not risking $800 to make $130. That's a little bit, I'll miss, the highest I'll really go is like 5 for 1. But 8 to 1, even with my strategies that are 80%, if you're doing 8 to 1 strategies, you're doing 8 to 1, 8 to 1. The problem is that the moment you lose, you've technically lost. If you lose and you close and you let it close itself, right? That's 800. That's a full loss. That means you've lost 8 days, right? You've technically lost 8 times. You kind of get what I'm saying? So you need to win. Yeah, need to win a lot to make up for it. So I'm willing to go risk 5 for 1, but not 8 for 1. 8 for 1 is a little high. You know, 8 for 1 is a little high. But I don't doubt that Friday we're going to be above 691. I don't have any doubts there. Even with a pullback, even though I can see a pullback tomorrow to 694ish, I could see a low to no down to low day tomorrow. You know, I could see tomorrow being not so great. Let's go back to QQQ. QQQ. All right. QQQ doing its thing. Yeah, the bots are in QQQ now. When you start seeing that, like those higher lows coming in, that's all bots right there. Mm, I'm gonna kick it with you guys for about maybe 30 more minutes and get out of here and find myself something to eat. The trading day, for the most part, is over with. Uh, mm, 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 mm. All right, what's the breaking news? Yeah, no change in rates. Look at that. No change in rates. I knew it. The market may not like it. The market doesn't like it. Fed Governor Warren says dissent in favor. They're trying to sell on this news, but bro, God, I hate FMOC so much, but I think we still hold very much here. But I hate the FMOC. I mean, everybody knew this was going to like they weren't going to change it. Powell is who Powell's going to be. Like Powell is what Powell. He's not going to do shit. He's not going to help Trump. He don't like Trump. Like let's just get over it. No more meetings until this motherfucker's gone. Let me turn my fucking heat off. Like this is annoying, bro. It's just annoying. Like we already know. We already know he's not going to lower interest rate for Trump. We know that already. We already know it. Yeah, I mean the market doesn't like what it's saying, but man, just give it about 15 minutes and we're good, man. All right. The data is the data. It's just so freaking annoying. Because every 3 months is the same fucking conversations. No, we're gonna lower rates. Oh no, Powell doesn't want to lower rates, and then it's the same shit. Damn, I had a piece of this chicken. Mm. Yeah. You said, is my sound off? You said my sound is off? Hold on, hold on. Say hello, hello, hello. Somebody type one if you can hear me. My sound off. Type one if you can hear me right now. It looks like my sound is good though. So you can hear me now? Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Looks like my video's fucked up though. My video fucked up? You guys can still see my screen and shit? It looks like it's still working. You cut off for a minute. All right. Okay. Well, okay. All right. So it looks like everything's good now. I just want to make sure. All right. Yeah, I'm looking at myself on YouTube. Okay. All right. All right. So far, so good. Market is doing what the market's going to do. But I hate FOMC days, man. I hate FOMC days. It's the same shit over and over. You go every FOMC day, the announcement comes out, and it's like, well, what are you doing, man? You already know he don't like the dude. You already know all these people were picked by Biden. They're all never Trumpers. They don't really fuck with him that like that. So, man, it is what it is, man. They're not gonna cut no rates for this guy. You know that. I think actually this is the guy who in line to replace him. This Richard Clarita guy who's talking here right now on Bloomberg. I don't watch CNBC because CNBC be having you too like emotional and shit. My God. Reggie has to keep streaming and recording. In the background, whenever you're ready. Okay. Man, this shit is so crazy. I'm gonna have to replace my sticks of RAM or something because it don't make no sense that. I should have probably refreshed my computer before I went live. 'Cause that always seems to do it really well. Price action on SPY is garbage right now. Let's take a look at SPY. Yeah, I mean it's definitely not good, and it's the reason why I'm down at 691 because I'm not too confident. There's a reason why on SPY I'm at 691. You know, what I mean, it's just I trust the Nasdaq way more. I trust the Nasdaq way more. Mm-hmm. Let's see here, SPY. Yeah, SPY's got to break above that. That 5 minutes been very ugly in the SPY, man. You know, look, that's why I use Keltner channels, man. Just to that 5 minute in the SPY's has been fucking ugly. It's really on that lower channel and not letting go. You know, and that's that becomes a problem. Let me see QQQ. Yeah, QQQ too. A little bit, but it's all good, man. We'll hold these higher levels. 215. They want so much to close flat. It's so annoying. What's this special here? Where's gold at? Okay. Look at the way gold reacted to the FOMC announcement, though. What the fuck? Got in at 99 cents. Russia, BlackRock CEO. Let me see, DNN. Oh, that's what's up for you, bro. You got it at 99 cents. That's what's up. Yeah, let me definitely give you something for that. Let me see.
Monster kill, 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 kill.
Nice play, nice play. Denson Mines, man. I remember this is a company that's been around for some time. So crazy because I was looking for, little small little mining companies where, this move in gold and stuff would make a huge difference. I mean, you got to understand this has got a $3 billion market cap. The price of gold like does everything for these companies because not only does it help, you know, increase margins for them, but it makes them even more attractive to these larger mining companies that are just like looking for just another field in order to get more, right? To expand. All right, it makes them attractive to these larger companies like Newmont and King Ross and all of them because they look at companies like Denison and said, okay, well, if we give them money, what could they do? You know what I mean? What more could they get out of the ground? And that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, big move in Denison, bro. That. I mean, man, look at that volume explosion. Look at that volume explosion. Denison Mines. Yeah. GAU is one, but yeah, Denison Mines is moving, man. DNN. The volume in DNN is where it's at. GAU needs to find out how does Denison get that kind of volume. Let me see. I think. Oh, okay. Well, no, they were around the same around time. Yeah, GAU's been around since the same almost same time. Yeah, well, we'd love that volume. We'd love that volume at Denison. I think Denison probably has a lot more outstanding shares outstanding. The float, where's the flow? 48. Oh, 800 million shares floating out there. Okay, no wonder. Okay, that float in DNN is huge, but it's hey, they got the volume. Yeah, I'm already long copper, man. If you've been following me on X, against and my X account is tracking market X. I put it on that COPX is the one I'm on right now. I would love a small cap. If somebody could give me a small cap copper stock, I'd appreciate that. Somebody give me a small cap copper stock. I haven't done the kind of research I need to move that. Mm, but I need a small cap copper stock, man. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. There's a 1 hour in QQQ. We're back in the channel for QQQ. We're back in the channel. That's exactly what we needed to happen. And again, this is why again you just when you have that gap up opening, and then in the first hour of trading you see this, so you already know lower prices are coming. So we're back in the channel, and now people are stepping in. Yeah, and that FOMC. The only reason why this candlestick is the way it is here on the hourly is that FOMC. If it wasn't for that, we would have another green candle. Nobody's gonna give a fuck about it tomorrow. SMR is a future play, new scale. They build small modular nuclear reactors for data centers. SMR. What happened going into the holidays this past year? This stock is down like 50%. This stock is down like 50% since October. New scale, SMR. Am I talking? Am I looking? Yeah, new scale. Kenobi, what are you seeing there? Obviously, I mean, a stock that has run can run again, but I mean, the stock lost 50% of its value 3 months ago. I'd love to know why. TGB. Oh shit. God damn, man. I hate when I miss these plays like this. God. Nice red day today. If we can get back in here, that'd be nice. I don't know if they'll give us a chance back at 7:40, but just come on, just get down back into the channel. Get back down into the channel and just, give me a nice low risk entry point. That's all we're looking for. A nice low risk entry point. Boy, look how it's rewarded these traders who came in December. I mean, what a run. What a run. Oh, uranium. Okay. TGB is a small copy. Yeah, I just wrote TGB down just in yeah, because I'm gonna save that one. Yeah, I'm gonna save that one for sure. You know, relatively low float. Income statement is going the right way. And with all of these small companies, you're going to see net income actually go positive this year with a lot of them because of these price of these higher commodities. You're going to see, uh, and then what's crazy about copper, I put out that report on my post on YouTube where I talked about how like we're actually going to be seeing, where they're not going to be able to produce enough by 2027. You know, let's take a look, man. Mm-mm-mm. Cop J. There's Copper J. Sprout Copper. Junior Copper Mines. Oh, okay. Damn, this one looks really good. I didn't even know they had a junior copper mine ETF. Thank you for that. Let's take a look here. SPY. Let's take a look back. Okay, we're back up 695. Nice. I like it. 633. Back above 633. I like it. Yeah, market's looking good, man. Looking good. But I love that Cop J though. I love that Cop J. In fact, I'd love to see. I'd love to see that Cop J components. Oh, okay. So it's got a bunch of copper companies from all over the world basically in it. And it's got 55 companies. God dang, that's a fun. I didn't know there was that many copper companies out there. 55. Cop J. Shout out to Cop J. Oh, 51 companies. It's got 51 in it right now. Dang. Uh, all right, looking good. Trilogy Metals, TMQ. So it's got a little bit of TMQ in it. Trilogy Metals. TMQ, Trilogy Metals. All right. TMQ is another one that's 682. I actually like where this one is at. I'm surprised this one is just taking off right now. But TMQ is actually, and it's got a relatively low float at 100 million shares. The rest of them are foreign companies. The only U.S. based companies are TGB and TMQ. And that actually might actually be a good thing. That might actually be a good thing. Yeah, thanks for that interesting comment. Thanks for that contribution. I appreciate that, man.
Supreme victory!
Yeah, I appreciate you for that. All right. Mm-mm. Have you guys been seeing this James Fishback guy? Do you guys think he's? I mean, I don't know if he's just like a clown or. Cop J Sprout. Big price action on QQQ. Let's take a look. Mm-mm. Yeah, man, it's gonna do what it's gonna do. Like I said, man, the data is the data. I already know what's going to happen. So you're not getting that pullback to that. You're not losing. You're not going red on this today. So but he's talking now. Jerome Powell. So he's talking up the market now. Hmm And we're going to have another shutdown. All right. I'm listening to what he's saying. I'm just looking at some other stuff here too. Those are rally hard in Bitcoin. Something is wrong with Bitcoin, man. I don't know what's going on with Bitcoin, but I don't know what's going on with Bitcoin, man. Gold and silver are rallying like this, and Bitcoin is just looking like a lost soul in the desert. I like what we're seeing on the monthly chart. It does look, I'm going back that far because I want to just see if we're finding any kind of support here on these higher time frames. And it does look like we're building some kind of support here on these higher time frames, but we're not seeing the volume necessary for an explosion upward. You know, monthly, 7 day now, 3 day now. I'm just not seeing that. Okay, all right. We might actually be developing something here on the daily. It looks like because you need on Bitcoin for Bitcoin to move higher, you need to see like a rise in on balance volume. You need to see volume coming into the asset. Because when volume leaves the asset, it's very clear what happens to price. So now we're starting to see. I'm looking at on balance volume, and it's looking a little nice, but I'm not at the point yet where I want to start looking at some of these crypto plays and all of that stuff. Not even close, man. Not even close. Mm-mm-mm. SPY back at 690. We hit 695, or we're touching 695, slapping it. Less than 2 hours to the close. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, let's go. how they defended 694. I put that line there earlier today, and boy, they defended that. That's crazy, man. That's support for your ass right there. Mm-mm-mm-mm. What do I think market sentiment will be like tomorrow? It depends. When my day trades, I don't make any calls before an hour after the bell rings. And it all depends if the market hits certain levels or not, you know. I don't know. I don't see a 1% move tomorrow. I'll tell you that much. I don't see a 1% move higher or lower tomorrow. But I see an expectation for a very boring day tomorrow for trading. Kind of like it was today. I see what this is today. You know, 0.3% up or down. That's what I see tomorrow. Another 0.3% up or down. You know, but I don't see any catalyst for another 4% move, you know, a 1% move or anything like that. Where now we bounced very aggressively. We look really good. You know, all of these stocks are higher and looking really good. You know, Nvidia needs to stop fucking rejecting 192. What the fuck is going on with Nvidia and 192? Good fucking Christ. What is going on with this stock? This stock cannot hold 192 to save its freaking life. Mm-mm-mm-mm, mm-mm-mm-mm. Bro, SPY's trading like shit. This is going to be another year where tech leads everything. That's clearly what's it's setting up. We got another year where tech is just going to lead everything, and that's been the case for, and maybe that's going to be the case for the rest of our lives for the most part. Amazon. So I want to do an Amazon trade, but there's even on my Amazon trade. Hold on. I want to do it and trade in Nvidia, but I don't trust it. No, I don't trust Nvidia, man. All right, guys. What is it? Okay. I'm looking for some trade ideas, but I think tomorrow's gonna be another boring day. Uh, mm, mm. Let's go, Nvidia. Come on, get up there. God, I wish the stock wasn't so fucking expensive. That implied volatility is so freaking high in that stock, man. Mm-mm-mm. Let's go. Let's go, Nvidia. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. We got to close above 192, though. We close above 192. Now the rest of this week looks good. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, NVIDIA. Let's go. Need you in the game, bruh. What's that thing those kids say now? Lock in? Lock in, man. Lock in. Yeah. Amazon. Trying to think, do I have an Amazon trading strategy? I believe I do. I try to create trading strategies for all the Dream Sevens stocks. I'm pretty sure I have a Amazon strategy that I showed you guys already. Amazon, deep in the money. Okay, yeah, with Amazon, I wasn't able to build a intraday strategy. Let me show you guys my Amazon. 17 trading. Okay, this one, yeah, this one doesn't have consistent. I was trying to build a weekly option strategy. Amazon consistent recovery patterns following weekly declines, achieving win rates of 82%. Okay, 17 trades a year. Enter a position on Friday when the Amazon weekly return reaches 1% or lower. Hold on. I don't believe. Let me check Amazon. I haven't touched this in a while, so sorry if it looks new to me, but it hasn't came. Okay, because we hadn't. The week of January 11th was the last time we went negative. January 11th, December 28th, December 7th. Okay, all right. Captures meaningful weakness, weekly weakness while maintaining sufficient trade frequency. All right. Position setup. Strike price 3% below the Friday close and getting the short call within 3 to 5% above the long strike for optimal spread width. Balance promotes strong win rate profit potential. All right. Conservative setup 5% below Friday close with a shortcut of 3%. Risk profile, maximum safety, etc. Okay. Extract. Close the position at next Friday's market close, so 1 week hold with a profit target of 60 to 80% of your maximum spread value. If reached midweek, if reached midweek. Barely needs okay. All right. 2017 to 2025. Again, I don't use any of the Dream 7 stocks I may put up here. I will not go beyond below 2017 because all of these companies were fundamentally very, very different before 2017. Okay, 15 trades in 2017, 86% win rate. 2024, 18. I don't know why I didn't have 2025 trades in here because I think I did this at the beginning of last year. And I did this trade a couple times. I did win several times, and there were just much more other lucrative trading strategies. And then plus, like, I just wasn't following Amazon like that too. But 2024 AI leadership, uh, Yeah, you had a huge opportunity there in 2024. You had 18 trades, 15 of them hit, 3 losses, 83% win rate. Obviously, the conservative 5% strategy, you're going to have much higher, but again, you know, you're not bringing as much in because you're 5% out the money. Okay. And again, like, look at this for 2024, you took 18, you won 15, you took 18, and you just won one more. So that's why I'm not big on the conservative side because yes, your win rate is higher, but sometimes for one less win, you would have brought in a little bit more. You would have brought in, more money at 3%. Core characteristics, okay. Variance exceed 80%, which is what I require for all my trading strategies. I need at least an 80% win rate for every trading strategy I do. Um, AWS market buzz. Okay. All right. So I mean, basically, again, is when I wrote this report. Uh, just looking at win rates and stuff like that. So that's basically the idea. Is we're just looking, for Amazon to, decline more than 1% for the week, and you don't really get many of that every year. Like for example, this week it's up. You know, the last week it was January 11th. That week of the 11th was the last time it went negative. What was that? Yeah, that week of the 11th. So yeah, that was the last week, the fifth through the 11th. Good stuff, guys. God, bro, Nvidia. Look at Nvidia, bro. You took our eyes off Nvidia for 1 second, for 5 minutes, and it can't hold 192. You got one more hour, Nvidia. Fuck. Ugh. We're trying to push higher, but Nvidia is a big part of QQQ. That's why I'm you know I'm I'm anxious like this because Amazon looking good. Uh, Microsoft, could be doing better, but they got their issues there. Apple, which I haven't looked at today, but Apple, not the greatest day so far, but not the greatest day so far, but finding some legs here. Finding some legs, but Apple's another stock that's just been trash, bro. Fucking trash. You know, QQQ is gonna have to rebalance out of Apple, man, because I think it has been rebalancing out of Apple though. I have noticed it's been selling off components by weight, QQQ components by weight. It's been selling off some of these. Yeah, it's at 7%. QQQ is 7%, but I do believe it's lighter now. Yeah, 7% of QQQ is Apple. Still, shit. Yeah, we got to get out. It's got to get out of that, man. It's got to get out of that. You know. But Nvidia is the highest percentage. That's why, guys, I'm so anal about Nvidia is because the biggest component of QQQ is Nvidia. So without Nvidia, you know, pushing higher, you hold the whole space. Big Onk, you're shorting? Yeah, I'm looking to short Carvana too. Is it above my price? Ah, man. That's why when interesting comment told me what about tomorrow on QQQ, like I said, up or down 0.3%, because we're gonna have to give QQQ another. I mean Nvidia another day, man. It looks like we're gonna have to give Nvidia another day because this is bullshit. This is fucking bullshit, man. This is fucking bullshit. CRVN, CRVN. Man, what's the Carvana's ticker again? CVNA. God. Oh shit! What the fuck? Why didn't you guys say anything? My fucking god, bro. Ah, bro. I was here at 9. I was here at 10 o'clock. Like, what the? I hate Carvana. Carvana sucks. Or was that yesterday? God, bro. I knew fucking Carvana was gonna break. I fucking knew that shit. I knew this fucking shit was gonna break. Ah, fuck. Hold on, hold on. I'm looking up what happened. Gotham City Research raised concerns about its earnings, claiming they may be overstated by over $1 billion and noting ties to Drive Time and Bridgecrest. Well, we know Drive Time is a bullshit company. All in the hood is Drive Time. Drive Time just exploits people who live in the hood. Hey man, I'll give you that, bro.
Monster kill.
I'll give you that, but we saw this one coming, man. Y'all got to give me. That's man. What the fuck, bro? Man, what the fuck? Cause y'all know I brought up Carvana when it was up here. We opened up today at 4 in the fours, and we talked about Carvana today. Man, shit, man. Now they dip buying the shit out of that thing now, man. Fuck it, fuck it, man. Come on, video, let's go. Come on, 57 minutes. Everybody, everybody knows where Nvidia's got to be. Everybody's got the same charts, man. I don't know why. What's holding us up? I don't know. Is there some information we don't know about? Is there, you know, something we don't know about that's going on? We don't know. Bro, look how many rejections this is since the beginning of this year. Right? This is the first of the year. 192 rejection. 192 rejection. 192 rejection. That's three. Basically, 192 rejection. That's four. Four rejections. I'll give it them. That's five. Six. You know what I'm saying? And this is today's trading. Shit is crazy. MSF puts is paying off. Okay, yeah. Microsoft has got an AI problem. They got a problem with open AI, man. They're gonna lose their ass on that OpenAI deal because OpenAI, don't get me wrong, it's a great company, but Gemini is catching on their ass, bro. And what I'd like to see is Apple and Google switch places when we talk about QQQ. Google exposure right now is just 3% of QQQ. I'd love to see Apple go down to 3% and Google go up to 7%. Like, I understand why we can't make that happen. You know? Yeah, Carvana's a shit company. It is a shit company. But man, I should have just, shoulda, woulda, coulda, man. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. You know what I'm saying? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. We got 45 minutes left. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go, NVIDIA. Let's go. Bro, Jerome Powell's been talking for an hour and a half. Good Lord. U.S. debt path is uncontroversially unsustainable. Jerome Powell. Come on, 192. We need that. What we got in gold right now, man? Yo, shout out to gold. Shout out to gold in the last 10 minutes, man. Shout out to gold in the last 10 minutes, man. God. Bro, gold went up $35, $35 an ounce. Hey man. Hey man, say man. J Nug still looking really good here. It's a low risk entry. Well, nope, nope. Let me not say that. That's the 10-minute. Oh yeah, I'd actually take that trade right now on J Nug if I'd actually take that trade on these junior miners. Bro, GLD. Oh my fucking god. Bro, GLD is just. I'm holding some GLD in another account, but it's one of those things where it's not a trading account. You just hold and buy. Come on, Nvidia. Come on. Let's go. It's crazy because when you're praying for a stock to go up, there's somebody else on the other side that's praying for that stock to go down, bro. There's somebody else on the other side, like, please, Lord Jesus, stop going up, please. I mean, literally. All right, let's keep going. Yes, let's go, Nvidia. Let's fucking go. Y'all see how QQQ moved up? We broke 192. QQQ responded. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. That's what we need to see. And again, it's not even something where, we just need to see that happen. Just need to see it happen. Just so, other people on board can tell, oh, okay, okay. That's all you need to do is you just need to see it happen. And then people become a believer. People become a believer. I'm a believer. Let's fucking go, man. I can achieve it if I try. Is that QQ about to take off? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. It's cool. It's cool. Telling you, man, the we just need to come back in the bands. That's all. We just need to come back in the bands on the 4 hour, many of these other higher time frames. We back in the bands now. But as for tomorrow I could see us down 0.3%, 0.4%, you know. If I try, I'm a believer. All right, I'm gonna hang with you guys until the market close. Might as well. Thought I'd get out of here, get me a big piece of a beast bucket of chicken to celebrate my gains today. But shit, I'm gonna win trades tomorrow. So am I gonna eat chicken every day? Shout out to Cameron Foose, man. This guy went down to the Philippines, went and got himself a nice little Asian, and he locked down a nice little Asian. So shout out to Cameron Foose. He's out there in Asia doing his thing, living big. Mm-mm-mm. God. QQQ doing his thing, as you mentioned. Uh, 35 minutes left. Uh, we're not gonna get 192 Nvidia today. We got up to 192.10 and we're selling off again. And that's okay. I mean, and you know what? If we get close today, I'm actually not going to be mad if we get, because I mean, this is today's price action. So I'm happy where we are. We're closer. I mean, because yesterday I was really pissed off because we weren't even in the zone. We tapped the zone, tapped it, and we're like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm happy with today's price action. Overall, I can't be upset because I just wanted to be in the zone again. Because I was trading Nvidia at these levels, and I was just like, "What the fuck is going on?" So I'm happy that we're this close. So tomorrow maybe we get the breakthrough, but I'm just happy we're this close again. But they can't hold us back for long. They can't hold us back for long. Nvidia's going to get new highs, man. They can't hold us back for long, man. Y'all need those H200 AI chips, and we the only company that got them. You know what I'm saying? Keep it a buck. Can't keep a good man down. 3 o'clock, boy. You know this is the longest hour of the trading day. You guys ever had trades that went down to the last hour of the day and you just like what? Yeah, you looking at the those are the early days. I don't trade like that no more, but bro, I used to be at work just, trying to do anything to move the market higher. I do pretend like I'm trying to push the stock up, like just doing all kind of dumb shit in the air with my hands and man, the life of a trader, man. If people only knew. If people only knew, man. I'm a believer. Bruh. Jerome Powell said U.S. debt is unsustainable and gold took the fuck off. Gold is unsustainable. $55 an ounce gain, just like that. And I don't have anything bad to say about Jerome Powell. He did his thing, man. He did his thing. What was that? 3 presidents. Trump won. No, he did 4 presidents because he was last year. When was Jay Powell put in? I think Obama put. Let me see. Jay Powell. When was Jay Powell put in though in office? Hold on, Jerome Powell assumed office 2018. Oh, he got put in under Trump? Okay, I didn't know Trump put him in. Oh, no, 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 no. He was nominated by Barack Obama. Okay. Damn, he's been in the Treasury Department for a long ass fucking time. Mid 80s, venture became partner at Carlyle Group, left Carlyle in 2005. Boutique equity, private equity firm. He was visiting scholar, public service in 1990. George H.W. Bush, Federal Reserve of Governors for Barack Obama. President Trump elevated Powell to the chair in 2018. Joe Biden renominated him in 2021 as Fed. Okay. Yeah. Shout out to Powell, man. I mean, he took us, you know, he saved us during COVID. I'll give him that much. He was the right man for the job during COVID-19. He did what he had to do. You know. God damn, my bad. Jesus Christ. What are the Patriots? They are pausing interest rate cuts. That's what they're saying. Deflation is the real risk. Yeah, I don't know about that, but mm-mm-mm. I had a guy come on the show the other night saying he was short in KRE. That looks really good. It's FT. I'll say for weeks now, inflation is headed back to 3 to 5%. By not cutting rates, Phelps hope to starve off that reality, but our own efforts can only delay the inevitable. Mm. Let's see. Let's see. Microsoft looks doo doo, bro. You said the economy looks like shit out here. I agree. I agree. The underlying economy is not very strong. The underlying economy is not very strong. I agree with you 100%. SPY just got back up. QQQ trying to sell off here a little bit. Oh, that's just a 5 minute candle acting retarded. That's probably because Nvidia just sold off. Yeah, Nvidia just sold off. That's why QQQ is acting like that. Yeah, QQQ lost like 30 cents because of Nvidia, but it's all good. You got 30 minutes left. 30 minutes left in the trading day. Big heavy run, GGSM. GGSM. What is that? Oh, this nigga talking about some OTC stock? Oh, fuck that shit, mommy. Yeah, but overall, look, I'm happy with where Nvidia is. I like that candlestick, and we're way better off than we were, going into the weekend last week. So I'm happy. The red zone represents resistance for Nvidia. It just represents resistance. I just marked a strong resistance area for Nvidia, and it's been an area where the stock has attempted to cross several times and failed. So we're back there now, and we're hoping that tomorrow is, the day we finally get above that. But I'm very happy with where we are today. No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with OTC, bro. I'm not ever going to bring you guys an OTC stock ever again. I'm done with it. I'm past it. My money's way too consistent now to go back to, trading where you hoping and praying like that, man. I'm past that point in my life. Damn, I forgot about On Semiconductor. I completely forgot about ON. I haven't looked at On in months. Yeah, I was back in here 2020. Yeah, years. God, my bad. 20 years. I was looking at On way back up here, but On Semiconductor just came onto my radar. Yeah, that looks good. On Semiconductor, I gotta remember it. But if I remember correctly, though, their business is too heavy automotive, and it's not it's not data center related. It's automotive. Intelligent power and sensing solutions, primary focus on automotive. Yep, automotive. Okay. Yeah. Now, the smart car of the future will definitely have a lot of their systems in it. Okay. The smart car of the future, these cars where, uh, the government can shut your shit off and, will drive you anywhere you need to be, no hands. You know what I'm saying? That's for sure. On is going to be involved in that business. I got to do some research on because it's been a couple of years now, but uh, yeah, they do business with Tesla, they do business with Ford, they do business with every man. Fuck Michael Berry. I don't want to hear from that dude. That dude made money on one trade, and They put him on TV so many freaking times. He's been wrong so many times. He's been wrong so many times, and nobody ever goes back and shows how many times he's been wrong since the Big Short thing. He's been wrong so many times. He was short the whole market. He was short the whole market like last year sometime. He's been wrong so many times. And nobody mentions that part. Michael Berry. Fuck Michael Berry, man. This man ain't told you not one way to make no kind of fucking money. I don't know why everybody still listens to him. He made one good trade in 2009, and he's still being put on TV with about his trades. Somebody give me just one good Michael Berry trade since 2009. Give me just one. Let me see. What's his give me one good trade this man has put out for anybody. People calling him an investor legend. What the fuck? And then he came out the other day and said, "Oh, I'm going long GME." I'm like, who the fuck wants to go long GME? GME, really? GameStop? The same stock that's down 3% today? He came out yesterday and said 2 days. No, that was 2 days ago. Two days ago that he's going long GME. Not touching that bullshit. That's a shitty company, man. GameStop has a horrible business. Bro, I remember going to GameStop and there were actually video games on the counter. There were actually video games on the counter. You can trade in your games, get games. Bro, you go into GameStop now, it's figurines and that shit. It's like little figurines and action figures and like, bro, what type of business is this? It's not GameStop anymore. I don't know what it is, but it ain't GameStop, man. These folks done got out the game business a long time ago. Mm-mm. Yeah, here's Nvidia doing this shit again. Mm-mm-mm. Remember, this is the same Michael Berry that last year he closed his hedge fund. Remember that? He closed his hedge fund saying that the market doesn't make sense. I just remembered that. I wanted to make sure I found it. He closed his hedge fund saying the market doesn't make sense. Like, what are you talking about, man? Come on, man. So the market would have crashed if the government wasn't propping it up. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, a long time ago. Absolutely, we'd be at much lower levels if it wasn't for some of these buyouts and absolutely. No, I don't doubt you on any of that stuff. America plays the stock market to protect a certain demographic. When we talk about boomers, they don't want to lose. They cannot lose. Boomers do not. They operate government not to lose. They don't want to have recessions. They do everything to stop recessions. They do everything to prevent a natural business cycle. Something that's perfectly natural to any economy. NVTS, Navitas Semiconductor. Let's look into it. Navitas engages in the development of ultra efficient gallium nitride semiconductors. Its GaN power integrate charging power, energy savings for mobile, consumer, enterprise, e-mobility. I got to learn a little bit more about the business because I don't understand. It looks like it's a very small company. Because I got to understand how does what 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 is their solution to data center? Because if it's not data center, man, I don't really, 'cause that's where the world is going, man. This AI shit is real. This is the real deal. But the problem is that we're not even close to having the power demands necessary to catch up with China in regards to the demands necessary to make AI be what AI needs to be. Electrify world, trench. Next generation clean energy power semiconductors supporting an efficient and sustainable future. Uh, yeah, so I'm not there yet on this one, man. Let's look at technology. Silicon carbide degrades because it looks like they're powering homes. Enabling compact size and integration in motor drives. Okay, what does that mean? I mean, the chart looks good though, man. The chart looks good. I just wish I knew a little bit more about the business. Chart looks very good. Chart looks really good. And if you understand the business, go for a ride, man. Particularly if we're talking about, holding these 707s. I don't know if they have options, you know. I'd even sell just for shits and giggles. I start looking at a bull call spread around $6 if it has options. I'm curious myself. I'm just these low price stocks with options. You can make a lot of good money if you do it right. Because I have some options in GAU right now for that thing to hit $5, and it's been moving towards it, making really good money. Oh, it does have options. NVTS does have options. Uh, Volume isn't the greatest, but so if you were to sell, let's say the six, okay, you risk seven to make two. So $78 to make $22. That's actually not that bad. For March, sell the $6 calls. I don't want to buy 5. Let's see if I go to 3. Can I do that? 218. Risk 218 to make. That's actually not bad. All right. Well, hard to borrow. Okay, so I don't know if this problem is no volume. But if I were to do this trade and it had volume, this is what I would do. I'd buy the $6 calls. I'd sell the $3 calls, right? I'd have to risk $218 to make $82. My break even is $5.18. That I would take that trade right now on this stock. And that my break even is 518 right here. I would do that trade right now based on this chart. But again, I don't know much about the company, man. I don't know much about the company. And that's if this is a data center play, but I don't want to, if it's we're talking about home energy, I'm not doing anything on home energy because you've got the premier company for home energy, and that's Generac. It's by far. Okay, if you own $1 million home and you own a $500,000 home, your secondary power source is a Generac. Okay, it's a Generac. That's all over the world. These people in China, they buy Generac machines. That's all the machines they want for secondary power is Generac because it's top of the line. Yeah, that's what I would do. Interesting comment. That's what I would do. I'd sell this. I'd sell the $6 calls against the $3 calls, and for March 20th, and I'm risking 218 to make $82, and my break even is $5.18. I mean, that's a 50% discount from the current price. I really could care less where it goes, from there, you know. So that's what I would do. That's what I would do, you know. And a trade like that, you get a 3% move. Say you get into a trade like that, and over the next 3 weeks, you get a not a 3% move, but like a $3 move. You're damn near 50% in the money by then, so you can just cut your gains and run from there. And again, I'm just using one contract example. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they are data center. Okay. If it's a pure play data center play, I'd like to be a part of it. I would be a part of it, something like that. If it's pure play data center, you know. Yeah. Those are the stocks you really want to be in. What was that? Yeah, this stock, the one that I put it on the live the other day, when we talk about, these AI plays. Again, I got to break down the names of this because some of them are really good tickers. INTC. Completely forgot about Intel. Intel is like the lost child of the 2000s. But it's finally, look at Intel, man. Nice. Finally came alive here. Whoa, that's nice. That's a nice move for this stock, man. That's a nice move for INTC. That's a nice move today. Say Intel is struggling with supply due to its shift to the 18A manufacturing process, impacting chip production. The company is prioritizing wafer supply for its data center and AI segments. Okay. Yeah. I love a stock that's above that 10 moving average on the monthly chart. I mean, I'm not even going to look at it unless it's above that. Uh, but look at Intel, man. Look at Intel. You've got a low risk entry right here. You're right where I would want you to be in the stock if you're looking to go long here. And a nice $4 move today. Even if tomorrow you get a nice red day, that actually will be beneficial for you. But Intel wants to do something. Shout out to INTC, man. Intel wants to do something. I'll give them that. Shout out to Intel. Matter of fact, let me look at what Intel has available. INTC, Intel. Let's go out. Let's go out 37 days. Let's go out 37 days. And we'll go to where is support at? 38. Support 43. 32. All right. Damn, he won't even let me go that low. All right, so if that's the case, let's go out to 51 days. Mm, nope, it's not going. No money on that trade. Let's go up to $40. Okay, risk 75 to make 25. 10 contracts. 750 to make 250. Break even is $40.75. It's still a little too close, but it's a little close for comfort, but it's actually not bad. This goes into my 5-for-1 ideal. That's something I would want to see what happens tomorrow on that. All right, hold on. Let's see if Intel February March 26th, March 20th. Let's see if we sell 40. Okay, let's sell 40. Let's buy the $35 call. What does that look like? Fuck no. Hell no. There ain't no money on these options, man. Intel wants you to play close. Intel wants you to play really, really close. There's no implied volatility on any of these options. Okay, well this makes sense. 4068. Okay, let me see here. Can I get 37? All right, that's actually not that bad. If you sell the $41 calls, you buy the $37 calls. Your break even is $40.15. So it'd be like right here. But man, you really got to get this direction right. You really got to make sure it stays above, you know. Interesting stock, guys. I'm just playing around with it, just seeing where we were. All right. 8 minutes into the close. 8 minutes into the close. Mm-mm. Okay, let's take a look here. My calculator. 370 minus 2 equals $73. Six minutes left. 6 minutes left. The market. All right. Nvidia. Bruh. I ain't even gonna be upset, bro. I ain't even upset with it because it's just one of them things where it is what it is. You just gotta wait. You just gotta be patient. Can't even be mad. Can't even be mad. Mm. EVs one. QQQ. 5 minutes left. Yeah. 3 minutes left in the market. Mm, ugh. All right, guys. I appreciate you joining me today, spending some time trading together, watching our trades, going over some strategies. Really had a good time chatting it up with you guys today. Thank you so much for everyone who stopped in. You know what I'm saying? I'm finally going to get myself something to eat right now. Level complete, man. Yeah, level complete, bro. So thank you to everyone who stopped in. I appreciate all of you. It was really good trading day, really bouncing off ideas off everybody. And hope you guys made some money. Interesting comment, but I hope you made some money on that trade. Obviously, that was the first time you've done it. It's really even better when you do it at the beginning of the day. All right, even better when you do it at the beginning of the day and just kind of get a feel for the market uh, and where it's going. Appreciate you, Eban. Thank you, appreciate it, bro. I'll see you guys back here not today, but Wednesday. Well, no, Wednesday's the next time I'll come on. Today is God damn, you staying home all day. You don't even know what day it is. Today is Wednesday, so I'll probably see you guys back here again Friday night. All right, Friday night. I keep forgetting to do that Friday night stream, but I do want to do that and kick it with you guys on a Friday night. I'll put out a video on some other stocks that I'm seeing that are really, really interesting tomorrow. But other than that, be working on some strategies to present, working on this damn app that I really want to put out that I think is going to help people get to the next level, just giving them great signals in the market. So see you guys then. Tomorrow is another trading day. Trade well, people. Trade well.